Hey Armand, how you doing? Okay, so as I said in the message to you right now on Messenger, you're beginning to understand the arbitrage software now. Um, so you both have your own account, yourself and Edward. We have three more VAs that'll be starting with us any day now, within the next few days, I'm hoping. Um, and I wanted you to familiarize yourself with the system and see how everything works. But then eventually, my plan for you was to be in a manager role the way you are right now, watching over some of these VAs, checking their um, efficiency as far as how many listings, because this is all they're going to be doing 100%. They're not doing any other tasks for us. They're only doing this 8 hours a day, full time. So you get a feeling of how long it takes you to find listings and how long it takes you to get going on them and what to look for, what not to look for. But they're actually being trained as we speak by the creators of this software. So, quote unquote, when they come over to us, they're basically guaranteed for 2 weeks. If we don't like them, I can contact the supplier of the software. We can terminate one of them or terminate two or three or whatever because they're not doing the output. And the company that I purchased the trained VA from will replace them with another one. So they're giving us a 2-week guarantee. So we really need to be on top of them in the beginning and make sure they're not making mistakes. Okay? I've been very, very busy on other tasks that have been coming up. And a big thing about listing is this. I mean, a lot of people just go crazy about trying to list as many products as possible, but quality products and the correct listings is really our most crucial thing. Obviously fast, we need listings quick, but we also need to make sure they're correct. So from now on, starting today, I want you, excuse me, I got something in my throat. I want you to use my login credentials once a day, okay, and check yesterday's work, okay? I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. I want you to create a Google Doc in our shared drive. You can have one tab for each employee, like Edwards. You can start Edwards off, and I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about, okay? So I want you to add the product, the ASIN, whatever, on the spreadsheet, however you want to do it. Put a column that you checked it, and then it's correct, and then it's good to go. Maybe even color the column green or something, or, boo-boos. Because what we need to do is, when the volume of these listings start coming up every day with everybody's shift, you need to check them all the next day to make sure they're correct and address it with the employee to make sure they understand that we will not tolerate mistakes on listings. If somebody orders that product and it's not the right product that we've listed, then when this software goes out and automatically orders that product, it's going to send them the wrong product. So I just need you to understand how crucial this is. Okay? So I am right now logged into my account. Okay, again, I want you to make a spreadsheet in Google Docs and share it with us. Share it with myself, share it with Edward, or keep it for yourself, and you can bring this stuff to their attention. Now, all you would do is go to products, right? Here are the products. We have a date in here. So as you get going with it, when you know you've done up to a certain date, the next day, you're only going to put that date, so you're not going to refilter through everything again, right? But for example, I'm going to clear everything out here. These are all our products right now, right? So I'm going to sort them by, I think I have the maximum, 250. Sometimes you got to wait for it. Yeah, 250 is the max, okay? But here's what I would do. This is the example. I want you to do this for your own listings every day and for Edwards, okay? The prior day, like yours the prior day. But I want you to catch up with yours just to make sure you haven't made any mistakes. I'm not saying you're perfect, but this will help you understand what we're looking for. Okay? So I'm going to click here. I have no date. I'm going to click Edward Cruz. This is basically going to give me every listing for Edward Cruz up until right now. Okay? They're all here. Okay? So he's got 101 listings. He's kind of slow, but he's getting better. Okay. You see stuff like this ran out of range. Don't worry about that. That's our margins on the product. That means somebody's lowballing us, and this software will take this out. You're out of range, and it will disable it. Okay? That's what it's supposed to do. So, I want you to grab a spreadsheet, and then you're going to do this. First, we're going to look at the product for each one, line by line. Now, it's a little tedious because these are backed up now, and there's a lot of them. But if you bear down, you can catch up on all these today. No problem. And then I know that I have the peace of mind that you're watching over our account for us, okay? It's a very, very important job. So, that being said, let me just imagine right now. Well, first I'm going to show you what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to go to Edward Cruz. And remember, you're logged in under my account. Here. He's got this. Okay? It's a Camp Break Baker, whatever it is. Oh, it's a bread baker, right? We go back to the software. Now we click the ASIN. This is the listing in Amazon. And right now we can see that this is the correct. We can click a couple pictures, click a picture. It's the baker, just different Rome's original, right? So this is definitely the correct product. We will go back to it. We would obviously close down the Amazon tab, close down the Bed Bath tab, back to our software right here. And we would add this to our spreadsheet with correct product next to it, like it's been checked, so we know it's been done. Okay? Now to the next one. Now again, it really doesn't take that much time, but you have to do your due diligence to make sure. So this is a tailgater thing. We'll go to the ASIN. Make sure it's correct. It looks like the same product. Yeah, it looks like the same. It's all the same. Go to video. Well, let's see. Tailgating, barbecue, whatever it is. You can see it's all the same, right? Go over here. Oh, crap. Sorry. Wait a second. Let me go back here. Okay. Bed Bath. Let's check it out. Yep. You can see it's all the same deal. It's the product, all right. Okay. And you can see it's only $99 plus free shipping, which obviously we can't compete with that. So this is a no good product, right? But it could have been price change. It could have been everything. Okay. Next part. So you put, yes, I checked it, right? Next one, picnic table, 34 something. Next one, go here, selling at 34 something plus free shipping, but there must be some room on here where we're getting the listing from. That's the same product. So right there you would go, okay, I got it. So you checked all these products. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. Cuff Daddy Cross Golf Cup cufflinks, right? $29.99. Okay, let's check this. See what the listing is. Okay, those are those. 23. Then it's going to say, sometimes you can check our prices. It's a bestseller rank, but obviously Amazon Prime is right here. And then we got new from, let's see who's listed. And we're here, right here. $46. So we're number 4. No problem. I was just showing you what it does. You know, I put you in the position. And it tells us here we're going to make like $7, 17% margin. But the biggest thing is to make sure your spreadsheet reflects the fact that you've checked all of these one by one. Now, yes, I know it's tedious. Light up a cigarette and hang out and do it. And then when you're finished with that, you would go Armando, your own account. Give it some time. It takes a while to come in. And this is where we can sometimes find some of these errors like this one. This one says, merchant is not authorized to sell products under this restricted product group. So if we see this, simply click this button and delete it. Okay? We don't want a bunch of these errors in our account. Obviously, you can see, okay, you can see this. Not allowed to, right? So here I would say delete, delete, delete. Give it a second. Sometimes it waits. And just hover over it. It'll tell you why. So this may have been in the beginning. You know, sometimes they come up and sometimes they're not correct or something. I don't know, but it does it. But if you see these, try and clean them out. Okay, because remember, if we're using Scanlyze, we're trying to avoid these. All right? So you go down this, fill out your spreadsheet. Any one of them's with errors. That's it. Resubmit it and leave them alone. Okay? Errors are the one you're looking out for. And they'll start coming up more and more. See, you're not allowed to sell products. There, you get rid of them. They just clutter up the account. And I can tell the better you got, the less of these we're seeing now, because now you know about Scanlyze, right? So that's all that is. Now, once you have caught up on both yourself and Edward, let's say, for example, for this example right now, and again, this is very crucial, Armand. I'm always on you about paying attention to detail. This is cool. I've been waiting to do this. So anyway, now what we're going to do is I'm going to pretend like, you know, you got to figure out what the dates are for time zone in your area, but let's just pretend you're logging into my account right now and you're going to check Armand's listings. Let's say he's one of the VAs, or yourself. Also check yourself and make sure. And you're going to go, I'm going to do the from date. I'm going to say that I'm going to go from the 7th, okay? I'll give it a minute. Let it catch up. Now, that's all the listings you did basically yesterday on your shift, because you're coming in today, okay? So all you would really do every day is go down and check these listings. Now, granted, you have other tasks to do. I'm fully aware of that. But if this was like Edward's work, let's say I want you to double check Edward's work as well. When you just click Edward, leave the date the same. Now you're right here on Edward's. Now Edward also has other tasks, so he's not going to do a shitload, right? So you've got Edward's done 13 listings. So you need to check those listings, add them to his spreadsheet, and then the next day after, when you go back in again, you will now click, you know, you can click on the 8th, and there's none, right? Because that's the next day. But you have to make sure you get a figure out in this filter to make sure that you get the dates. But once you've gone through, you know, nobody in here like this, and you say Edward, you've got them all, right? All the listings are here. Once you've gone through this and you get on a daily task to check these people's listings every day, it won't be so bad. Now, how many listings should these VAs be doing? Okay? In the beginning, they're going to be a little bit slow and you have to watch them, but they have been trained. More training than yourself and Edward has had. And you know how long it takes you to make these listings. And if you go in there and you're finding a whole bunch of problems and a whole bunch of wrong stuff and really slow listing, let's say, for example, they were 8 hours and they only did 20 listings, we got a problem. Okay, you got to think about what's feasible and what you feel can be done. Okay? But I'm telling you got a problem if there's only 20. Because some guys are saying 15 per hour, some are saying roughly 10 per hour, some are saying 30, which is insane. I mean, I'm even with you on that one. But you need to think out what the happy medium would be for the listings, okay? Because that's going to be your job. Now, this is a really good revenue stream for us. I feel that it'll work well, and I've spent quite a lot of money getting this. So this task I'm giving you is very, very important. And it'll almost, if we decide later on to switch gears from Shopify and we're only doing this and other stuff, then you will be overseeing this and we will grow this company huge, okay? But it has to be, right now in the beginning, we have to make sure we get as many listings as possible and the listings are correct. Because I'm telling you, Armand, this is a numbers game, okay? I want to get everybody's revenue back to where it was and more. And I feel like this could be a good possibility, but you're going to have to manage them. So imagine every day you would have to get on your shift, figure out the best filter to show you what listings that employee did the previous day, and then check all those listings to make sure that they are absolutely 100% the correct product. If not, we need to address this with the employee. I'm basically giving them, a strike. And if they're constantly making strikes and constantly creating nightmares, then we got to get rid of them. Okay? So I need you to take this like a manager, take the ball with it and run with it. Get yourself organized, get a spreadsheet. Today is going to be a bit tough on you, but I think you can kind of rip through it pretty fast. Even on the demo I'm showing you, I went through like 5 or 6 in no time. It's just boring. But when you've got it up and running, you can get in a routine. You can do some of your tasks and say, right, I'm going to go in and check so-and-so's work from yesterday. So we're going to get 3, remember, 3 more. Edward will just be chipping away at it. And at that time, I will expect you really not to be listing. I would rather you supervise the people that are listing, okay? In the meantime, keep listing because we need to keep going until we get these VAs, and we need to tell Edward to pick up the speed a little bit. You seem to be doing okay, but we could do a little better. We need to get more listings. As many as possible, man. It's very important. But when the 3 VAs come on, I want you to do our other tasks that we always do, and I want you to oversee their work and ensure that they're doing accurate listings, okay? So I hope this video helps you. Keep up the good work, my man. We've been together a long time, and we have to change with the wind, if you say. So go over this, implement this today. Number 1 priority over everything else, I need you to do this first so that we make sure every listing we have on our account is correct. Again, if we see errors that say we're not allowed to list in this area, delete them here, okay? Out of sync, leave this stuff alone, don't worry. Resubmitting, don't worry about them. The only thing we're really looking for is error. If you see one that says out of sync, normally it's out of stock, okay? You don't need to worry about those. Even the disabled ones, there's something about Amazon that later on I'm going to ask somebody what that means. But the main thing I'm wanting you to look for is the errors. And you can see we really are not having that many of them because we nipped it in the butt in the beginning. Okay? So get to it right away. And I look forward to seeing your spreadsheet. I look forward to seeing we're caught up so I can have some peace of mind. Thanks, Armin.